Well, everybody, it appears the day of reckoning and the day of judgment is upon us in our hobby. From either the heavens above or the depths below, we now have 9 little spawns of who knows what. We have 9 little evolutions featuring crystal hats. A leak was actually announced from a much credible source. Way more trustworthy than just some crackhead on fucking Instagram throwing up stuff and be like, guys, this is real, guys, this is real. I don't know. I don't feel like doing any research. We're going to do that stuff. We actually have something from Pokebeach, so if this turns out not to be real, we have a much more like, that guy put it up, and that dude's usually on top of his shit, so we're going to all point fingers at that guy, but we have 9 of them. Apparently, this came from the back of the poster box that was announced, and they look pretty credible. If you don't want to see any of this, you don't want to look at this, here's your warning. I probably threw like something kind of in the thumbnail a little bit, but if you're going to see all of it, and you want to see everything talked about here, and keep going. If you don't, now's your chance to leave. Get out of here. Don't say I didn't warn you. Adios if you don't want to see it. I don't blame you. The mystery of life is it's a real thing. Some people enjoy it. Anyway, if you're still here, we're gonna start talking about it. So this place, we're in a boom, and there is a lot of people in denial right now that we're in a boom. As someone who's experienced 2 Pokemon booms since I've been back in the hobby, I'm sure there's people who've been in a little bit longer than me that possibly remember a third one. Apparently X and Y had a boom that was like this too. I don't really remember it, but I was kind of poor back then too. So I got some packs here and there, but I wasn't really like going balls to the wall on Pokemon cards. I had things to do. I wasn't able to, I had to fucking eat, okay? So when I was able to get money and I was able to actually fully immerse myself back in the hobby, 2 booms happened. Number one, it was going to be around that time of Champions Path. That's the big one that happened. That's the huge one that brought a lot of people, and that's going to span from Champions Path to like Shining Fates and a little bit beyond that. And then number 2, the Japanese boom, which happened shortly after, where full art trainers and a bunch of special art rares, they weren't called art rares, they were just called alternate arts back then. Alternate arts for tag teams and a bunch of other things were just going up. Basically a huge modern boom where modern Pokemon cards were essentially chases and fetched a high amount of money. And with cards like this that I'm about to show, once again, this is your last chance. The cards like this, people are definitely gonna like have speculation about. And when I first saw them, I was like, I mean, they're cool. I'm not a big Evolution fan though either, so that kind of does. That's something I'm pretty sure Virginia is gonna really like though. She's the real Eevee fan here. But about to show them 3, 2, 1. And this image is complimentary from Pokebeach. So right here we have the 9. We have Eevee included, which got a special illustration rare, allegedly, of course, too. And I like that. I like they include Eevee in a nice little bunch. I like that. I feel like they didn't really like including Eevee in things before, not really including. They just gave all the Eeveelutions. Hey, Eevee belongs there too. And for the most part, I mean, the art, it looks good. There's definitely going to be some variation for what people like. The Umbreon is definitely the one that everyone's kind of losing their shit over, even though I personally think that Espeon and Sylveon look very good, and I'm also very partial to the Glaceon. That Glaceon looks actually pretty sick too. If these are real, if these are the chase cards, people are definitely going to want this stuff, and people are going to like, it doesn't matter what people say. There could be people right now saying these are mid, I'm disappointed as hell, I don't like these suck. Dude, you saw it happen in real time. You saw what happened when everybody like didn't like the Terra hats and the Crystal hats and all the fucking fucked hats. They didn't like them. And then all of a sudden, when money was on the table for some of this stuff, everybody changed their mind. They're slowly trying to gaslight people and act like it never happened. I see it in the comments. I see it in the Instagram community. I see it everywhere. It happened. Don't let them fool you. And regardless of what anybody says about this, people are going to chase these cards, especially if they're mainline the sets. One theory floating around is they could be promos specifically for bundles. I guess that's possible. And if these are promos, these are fantastic promos. These look great. However, considering there is 9 of them, I'd say it's a fairly safe bet that this is probably going to be the SIRs if these are real and these are on there. Once again, Pokebeach usually is on top of his shit, so there's a good thing to fall for right there. So here's the article itself. Here they come. The special illustration rares of Eevee EX and its Eeveelutions EX have been revealed from Prismatic Evolutions. They were revealed on the opposite side of the 2-sided poster that comes in Prismatic Evolutions poster collection. So that's the source. That's where people are getting that. That's what I thought it was. I thought it was the poster box right there. Once again from Pokebeach, and these cards right here are going to be the Chase Rat stuff. Like whether you like certain ones more than others. I think the Jolteon's kind of sick. I'm not really a big fan of the, well, that's not fair. The Leafeon does look good. I'm not going to, and this is a blurry-ass photo, too. It's like a Bigfoot-esque photo. You're just watching fucking Bigfoot trying to get some photographic evidence so you could submit it and become a millionaire, and this is the quality it comes out, and you can't even really tell what it is. I'm sure in person, and I'm sure when we actually see the textures that are on this stuff, these cards are going to absolutely shine. A lot of the Terra cards look really good, even the ones people don't like. They have great texture, they have great colors, and I think they personally look good, but we'll see. One of those things that it really goes to show you that we truly are in one of those times where we can actually mark and just make a line for what's happening here. We can actually basically predict when and what something is going to happen with that stuff. Everyone kind of thought an EV set, and I was one of those people too. I was like, fuck, we're not going to get another boom. It's too early. People aren't really a big fan of the crystal hats that much. And then faster than I thought it would happen, it usually takes a little bit longer. People just said, fuck it. They were like, I'm going to get on this set too. 151, I guess it held people over for a little bit. These Terra hats, I guess, are holding people over for a little bit too, these evolutions. But, the really big thing that I think is really going to tip this whole thing, add a little bit of weight, and be the fucking straw that broke the camel's back and put us into a full-blown frenzy boom is going to be the rocket set. Like, there's just too many people that are already, like, hyping that up. We don't even know what's in the set. But if they even deliver a couple of the cards that people are wanting, it'd be fucking hilarious. And someone suggested this too. If it was like Pokemon Go, where it was supposed to be something massive, because Pokemon Go had a ton of hype behind it when it was actually announced. People were like, whoa, that's insane. They showed the Ditto mechanic for that whole thing, and people lost their mind. It was a good old time for a little bit, but that'd be kind of funny if they kind of made it a really small. I don't think they're going to do it. There's probably going to be a couple sick cards in there, but if they did, I mean, that would just be, if it's even half of a good set, if it's even partially a good set for the Rocket one, it's going to be the Catalyst, man. That's going to be the fucking, might as well load up and just shoot right in the face with that shit. That's over. That's a done deal. It's going to be game over, man. Me personally, the evolutions are cool. I'm not really looking too forward to them myself. I'm going to obviously have to get them. That's the struggles of being married to someone who loves evolutions. I'm more opt to see what trainers are coming in there, and maybe, just maybe, a Larry SAR might be included in there as well. I see the Larry card kind of floating around in the basic cards. Maybe there'll be a Larry. That'd be sick. The trainers really do make the sets for me, in my opinion. We'll see how many Pokemon are in there versus like trainer SARs. It's definitely got to be a better mix than what they did with Shiny Treasure and Paldean Fates. I almost called it Paldea Evolve. The two fucking Paldea English sets. They're hard to keep up with. We'll see. It's definitely got to be a better mix than that for sure, right? Either way, this set, what y'all think? Y'all think that's it? Y'all think that's just a done deal? We got Moonbryon, we got Sunbryon, we got fucking Cupcakeon, we got the Nailion, we got Degenion, we got all these ons, man. Let me know, just showing you guys what's up. And anyway, appreciate it, Virgin Gang. See you later. Have a good one. Blah, blah, blah. Evolutions. No one even cares what you have to say. They just want to see shiny EVs. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Eevee. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Money. Blah, blah, blah. Moon. Blah, blah, blah. Charizard. Blah.